Hello there, my name is Dave and welcome to my short video about our update to a new fifth wheel hitch. Usually our RV would be here in the garage, but it spent part of the summer outside so I can outfit this new to us Ram for hauling our trailer. It's a 38-foot carriage Carri-Lite that we've had since 2008. Up until this spring, we hauled it with a 2005 Ford F-250 diesel. However, that truck was underrated for the weight of the trailer, and I'd been looking around for a suitable replacement for the past few years. And this is what I found. It's a 2016 Ram 3500 dually, and it just turned over 10,000 kilometers on our last outing a couple weeks ago. With the Ford, we had a Husky manual slider hitch to accommodate the standard truck box. And over the years, there were many times I told my wife that our next setup was not going to require a slider hitch. I sold the Husky with the Ford because our new Ram came with this Reese 22K, which I estimate is somewhere close to 10 years old. A few times in the past, I'd looked over the Trailer Saver hitch models from Hensley, and now I've decided that a TS3 would look great as a replacement to this old Reese. I'm anticipating a remarkable improvement in the ride. We live in southern Ontario near London, which is about halfway between Detroit and Toronto, and only a couple hours drive via Port Huron from the Hensley Hitch facility in Romeo, Michigan. With the summer starting to wind down and schools back in session, we decided we would do our first post-pandemic visit to Shipshewana and Elkhart areas and do a stop at Hensley to pick up our new hitch on the way. We leave in a couple days, so I'll see you in Romeo. So we are back home from our Elkhart trip. Now my thoughts on the TS3, we put on just under 2,000 kilometers or about 1,200 miles on this trip, and it was quite comfortably satisfying to see the trailer move up and down while the truck stayed pretty much steady. So yes, I'm quite happy with it thus far. It's heavy. I was thinking in the 300-pound area, but it actually doesn't say what the weight is in the manual or on the website that I could find, so I'm not sure. For me, it's not a great concern as I have a ceiling-mounted electric chain hoist here that's rated for 600 pounds and a dolly to drop the hitch onto when I want to clear out the truck box. I did not record any video of the TS3 in action. You can find that elsewhere on the web, although with the condition of I-69 around Lansing, Michigan, that would have been some interesting footage. My wife says there isn't any trailer hitch in the whole world that can smooth out I-69. So it appears that Governor Whitmer still hasn't made good on her 2018 election campaign promise.
And because it's about time we fix the damn roads. It's time to get it done.
Spoken like a true politician. We've got some of those in Canada too. Now we did have one issue on the way from Romeo to Elkhart. I noticed that the upper mount bolts for the two shock absorbers had started to bend, and eventually the side plates had also started to curl out a little. In thinking through the actions of the hitch, I decided it was if these shocks were too long when fully compressed on the large dips in the road. I sent photos to Hensley. They quickly investigated and got back to me the next day to explain that they had just switched to a different brand of shock, and the new model in fact was too long when compressed to allow the hitch to bottom out as designed. They told us they would swap out the entire hitch for another with the previous model shocks. Our route back home was the same as going down, so we stopped by the factory again and did the swap. The factory manager gave us the heavy-duty hitch cover they offer as an option and a couple of hats for alerting them to this issue, which apparently only affects the TS3 model. I call this great customer service. For some of the YouTube videos I've seen, good customer service seems to be sorely lacking with some RV companies these days. So in conclusion, the TS3 is expensive by some standards, but it represents superb engineering and fabrication. I really like it, and I would buy it again without hesitation. I'm Dave Wetlaufer. Thanks for watching.